Hi, this Lou. I don't know what day it is. It's November. And time just flies by, I swear. So, I say that all the time, don't I? Okay, so the 20th was yesterday. So it's the 21st. And I don't think it's midnight yet. It's getting close, though. It's 5 to 11. And that's on the East Coast of the Americas. Okay, I know I'm getting silly. I've been sitting here just kind of dazing. I got the cart before the horse. I just couldn't help myself. Meaning I didn't do what I should do. And this quilt, as you go, I kind of got carried away and made rows and attached rows and didn't bind them yet. In other words, as long as I'm binding as I go, it's not so difficult. But now I've got all this big, thick stuff I'm trying to push through my little machine. And so it's giving me a hard time. I have got, excuse me, I've got 8 rows together, I believe. And it's big. And now I'm just trying to bind some of these rows that I've put on here. And it's not quite that easy. It'd be easier if I had the right situation going on. Because I've got to turn it all around. Oh, I'm tired. But it's only 11, so I really shouldn't be tired. This binding, it only gets difficult because it's hard to push the material through. So it's slow. And then I need to remember that I can switch it around some. So I don't know how to explain that. But I am tired. My goodness. Yeah, I need some better pins. I'm going to get me some steel pins. I believe that's what I heard. A lady was doing a video. How sharp her steel needles were. And how they went right through. They went right through denim. I mean, layers and layers of denim. And she just stuck that needle up through there just like it was butter. These pens that I'm using, I'm not exactly sure where they came from. All I know is they're really little dinky things. Excuse me for snorting. My nose seems to want to make me snort. Hope I don't be getting sick. My daughter is kind of felt under the weather a little bit. And she took some Theraflu, so that means to me that she thinks she's got the flu. Which means I don't want it. My nose wants to act like it's stopped up. Yeah, I'll have to get me some new pens. I want some pens with some stamina. I want to be able to dip in there and get attached. I'm attached to me. Okay. Oh. Yes, I'm attached to me. I'm pinning this row. And I pinned it to my leg. Dang it. There. So what's been going on, people, huh? Yeah, I'm attached to me again. Okay. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I don't know. Eh, Goodness. What condition my condition was in. Ow. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely slow going when you get ahead of yourself. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. There. It's going to be pretty though. Just have to take my time. I've been sitting here a little bit dazed and confused. Not really, not the confused part, just a little dazed is all. I don't know why. I want it to be beautiful. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. What condition my condition was in. I don't know who does that song. But it's from way back when. When, I don't know. 60s, I would think. You know, that electric era. Yeah, I need to look that up. I want to get me some of them. So I need to get the right bobbins. I'm not sure if I'm using the right bobbins. They don't seem to let me put very much ouch thread on them. I want more thread on my bobbin. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I got tears coming out my eyeballs. I guess it's because I've been yawning. That's what it is. Yawning is making me cry. Oh, good. Didn't stick to me. Sometimes it gets stuck to my leg. I don't know much about the fact that my mother worked in a sewing factory. I don't know what it was she sewed. I just know that she worked in a factory. I had to have been just super young. Ouch. Okay. Getting there anyway, guys. I got one row sewed, but I have to go along and pin the whole thing because I just don't trust it to, I just want to pin it. That way I know where it is. It's definitely not going to be perfect, like I said. Yeah. But it'll still be good enough. Oh. Okay. I know. I forget you guys are over there. I'll be over here pinning away. It really is different. It's got 10 squares in one direction and I think 8 in another. Well, it is really quite big, so I need to just, what I need to do is bind everything on the inside, meaning I won't bind the edges until I know I'm through. But really, I could be through. Get all this stuff bound, and then I'll check out the size, and then we'll see if we're just going to go ahead and bind it or if we're going to add any more to it. But I kind of got a feeling it's big enough. It just depends on if it's going to be, yeah, see, that's attached to my leg. If it's going to be personal or if they're going to want me to make it bigger. You know, quilts can be a pain in the butt. But I thought a personal size quilt would be perfect. And yes, my stitching could be better. Oh well. Okay, that one is coming undone. She's come undone. There. da, 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 da. What condition my condition was in. Well, good, I didn't pin my leg on that one. This one's waiting for me to do it, and I'll use a big old pin there. See, that's a big old pin. I don't know what they call them, you know, if it's a hat pin or whatever. You put a hat on and stick a pin through it. It's the pins they put corsages on with. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. What condition my condition was in. Okay, so has anybody been reading any scriptures? I haven't been. I kind of got away from that. I figured I'd done and preached enough, right? Right. Okay, well, this one is about done. Not really. There. Okay, so like steady as you go. The tortoise and the hare, the slow one got the slow one won. But what I've been doing is pinning one row all the way across that I need to top stitch my binding. But I've got several rows to do. Each row takes two. I mean, each time. Ah! Ow. My condition was the end. Okay, so where are we? I don't think that's where we were. Maybe that's where we were. I don't know, but I make things a little bit difficult for myself. I think that's the one I'm gonna do right there. Because the other ones are not ready for me to do yet. It's gonna be nice when it's done. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. What condition my condition was in. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ah. So now it's getting a little bit on the awkward side. I took my shoes off because my feet are hurting. Maybe because I've sat too long. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the rear end. But we're just gonna do it. And if my stitches are not perfect, oh well. Okay. Just kind of makes it difficult, that's all. Wonder if that'll go that way. Okay. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I should really go get a drink, huh? I should go get an adult beverage, as Nancy would say. I have some Bloody Mary mix, so maybe I should do that. It's Friday. Oh, come on. I don't want to go off my thread, off my material, I should say, not off my thread. I do have a hard time saying my right words, don't I? Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Think we're alone now. Beating of my heart, our heart, is the only sound. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing, 'cause what would they say if they ever knew? Running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. You put your arms around me, you stumble through the night, and then we say Think we're alone now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I just don't want my needle to go off of the binding that I'm making. When you get that close to the edge, it's just real easy to fall off the edge. The edge of the world. Do, do, do. That was a bad little yodel. Whoops. Come on, don't do that. Okay, come here. See, I still got a whole bunch more to sew before this row is done. So, whoops. Well, there's my bedtime reminder saying, hey, you're supposed to go to bed sometime soon. So they're lapping up a pretty good storm down there. Do, 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 do. Oh, come on. Kind of having to force the issue here. Don't really want to. Have to force the issue. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing. 'Cause what would they say? I know what they'd say. You better stop that. Don't you know that's where babies come from? Yeah, I can see where I should zigzag along here. I can't seem to stay on the binding. All right, let's see what we can do here. got this big old menagerie right in the way. Okay. I know. I should be saying something, right? I'm just trying to make sure that I stay on the binding. It likes to go off the edge. And see, really, my sewing table should be to where the stuff can just flow through, you know. On the other side of my table, it could just be heading down to the floor. And it is kind of, sort of. Okay, let's get that one out. Yes, my pedal is weird. I mean, I have to hit it just the right spot, and then it wants to speed on down the road. And otherwise, it just don't want to go very good. Trying to pull it through. But it is getting to the end. I'm just going to do this one. I have several more I got to do, but I'll just do that tomorrow. I need to go take my pills. Ow! Do, 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 do. Hey, hey. He is so far away. On the tail end of this row. Okay, come out of there. Do, 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 do. Well, I bought 2 6-packs of Dr. Pepper. I could have swore I still had one left, a 6-pack. But I might have, I might have gotten into them, I guess. It was a disappointment when I went to get me one and there wasn't any. It's like, man. Okay, lift it up. Bring it out. Okay. Oh. Well, slow as she goes, because that's 2. I only got 2 of those done. However, what I did do today was I sewed blocks together end to end. And I made 2 separate rows, so I put 2 rows on here today, at least. But I just didn't do all the binding. I did the binding as I put these together. Each one of these in the middle is bound. They've been bound all the way down. And then I joined 2 of them, at least 2. But I haven't done the binding all the way down like I just got through doing. Only done 2 of those today. That's 1, 2, 3. All right, so I got 3 left to do. And out of those 3, it's just one side on each one. So that's better than just having to do both. So the side seams have all been done. And then going down across one side of each one of those is done. So I've got 3, or you might call it 1.5. I need to turn it over the other way. This black material seems to be really nice. Nice and thick. Ouch. I don't know if all my material will be or not, but hopefully it will. All right, I have to turn that over in order to do that. Da-dum, da-dum. So I can just talk to you guys while I pin this material, but I don't think I'm going to sew anymore tonight. But this might be just like my other quilt. I might be done with it. Meaning my other quilt, my mug rug quilt. I believe I'm done. So far I have to do the binding. In other words, the binding that'll go all the way around the edge, that's not been done. But everything else has been done. And when I held it up in the air, it was humongous. So we decided, hey, that's good enough. It don't need to be no bigger. No bigger. So yeah, I've got to take time and clean out this room. Uh-oh. Okay, let's make sure, ouch. Okay. Yes, I get stabbed a lot. And sometimes I say ouch because I'm expecting it to hurt. But other times it does. It just doesn't hurt probably as bad as I make it like, you know. Oh, it don't hurt that bad. Anyway, I hope that it'll be a nice, comfortable quilt and that it'll be used and loved. I gave my granddaughter, Carly, she was my first one, you know. Anyway, I gave her a teddy bear when they moved away for her to sleep with. And it said the Lord's Prayer, or a prayer, I don't know exactly. Now I lay me down to sleep type of deal. I don't know if that's going to be good. So the teddy bear said a prayer, is my point. So every night when she laid down to go to sleep, she had her teddy bear. I tell you what, she wore it out. So it got used. Well, I hope that I didn't pin in anything. It doesn't look like I did. I have to pin this one better. Interesting, interesting. Well, I really don't know of anything to talk about, so I guess I probably should get on out of here because I'm just meandering around. I'm just pinning these, the binding back. You know, that inch piece of material that was all the way around all these squares. Is how I'm connecting the squares. So it is all in one. You got your backing and your padding and your front and you quilt as you go. I got a little ahead of myself. So as far as my quilt as you go goes, I kind of got carried away. And when you don't do it as you go, it makes it a little more difficult. Just a little. But I still think it is beautiful. Simply marvelous. I need some ice. But it is midnight, isn't it? Oh, not quite. Got 20 minutes to go before the bewitching hour. I'm not sure. This quilt's got 6-inch squares, and they're a nice size. But if I had 8-inch squares, it would just make it a little better. In other words, the squares will be bigger, and binding, you wouldn't have as much binding to do. But it really wouldn't make that big of a difference, to tell you the truth. just kind of seems out like it would. Make a bigger difference, you know. But it's only 2 inches. Every row, 2 inches, 2 inches. It does make a difference. And how fast it grows. But this will be all right. I'm learning as I go. Like I said before, I'll get this one done. My next one will be even better. Because I want to have individual squares. So instead of it being like that, rectangles, I want it to be individual. So half of that. So there'll be different ones all the way across and all the way down. The front, it kind of has an appearance like that. I mean, it does show the different blocks. All right, I think I got this side done, but I don't think I got the other side done. Nope. Oh, I did not. Yep, it's gonna be nice. Like sugar and spice. I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking if I was doing it for me, what colors would I use? I really don't know. Blue is my favorite color. And I like red, and then I like what blues and reds together look like. And then blue and green look good together too. Yeah, we have a train not very far away. It makes a lot of noise in the middle of the night. Okay. Do, 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 do. Well, I don't know. See, I've got more rows to pin. So I might just pin more rows and then sew it tomorrow. So I'm done sewing today. Okay, I know. I'm gonna hang up the phone. Let you guys go to bed. Ma and Pa used to say it was a little funny for them. All right, Mom, let's go to bed so these folks can go home. You know, when you've got company and they just don't seem to get the hint, it's time for them to leave. All right, Mom, let's go to bed so these folks can go home. Almost done with this row. Huh. Dang it. Dang it. Hang it from the highest tree. Woman, don't you weep for me. I've been a fool. I've been a fool. Forgiving you each time you've done me wrong. I've been a long time leaving, yeah, but I'll be a long time gone. All right, let's see. Out. All right, that's good enough. Still got 2 to go. Ow. Well, I've watched a ton of videos, but I do have a hard time watching until the end. So I don't know about all you guys. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll come back and show y'all when it's done. I'm thinking I'm pretty close because I just don't know how big I want it to be. I might make it a little bit longer. But there's one thing about it, it'll be continuity. I mean, you know, all the way through, it'll be the same type of a design. And then my next quilt, I'm not going to do the 2 for Tuesday thing. Meaning, each block will have its own individual block. I just happened to do 2 in a row, and that set the whole pattern for the whole thing. But it'll be good. It'll be good when it's all done. And I don't know if you saw that much from the back. See, that's how it looks from the back. So it's got patchwork. But in the future, it'll be regular patches just like on the front. Except for on the back, it will not have sashing. It'll just come together. I love it. It'll be nice. Let's hope it's not too heavy. I don't think it's going to be. I think it'll be warm too. So we shall see. I'll come back and show you when I get more done. You guys take care. Bye.